everybody, this is Tisa from This is Tisa and welcome. Today we are going to create this cute little Pringles can with zip dry. Okay, let's go over the supplies. You need Pringles, and then you're also going to need all of this scrapbook paper and all of these images. I just bought printable scrapbook paper on Etsy, and I just used my cutting machine to cut everything out. We're doing like a 70s theme. Of course, you're going to need zip dry. You're going to need a ruler, some scissors. I actually have my X-Acto knife, tweezers, and then I have my paper cutter. Like I said previously, all of these images were purchased from Etsy. I just purchased a scrapbook file, printable file, printed it out on cardstock, and then I also grabbed the peace sign SVG and printed all of those things out on my Cricut. What I did here was I measured the Pringles can, and all I'm going to do is cut the cardstock. It's really simple. It was almost 4.5 inches, so we're just going to slice it, and then we're going to measure it on the can. There are templates you can buy instead of measuring this all out, but I found that they were a little bit too short, and the red would show at the top and the bottom, so I just opted to measure myself. So what I'm doing now is just kind of measuring the length of the can. It goes over a lot. So I'm just going to snip it here, and then I'm just going to take it and add it to my paper cutter and just simply slice, and we should be good. So what happens now is you'll see me in just a second. I'm going to use just a dot of glue just to kind of stabilize the paper kind of right in the middle, and then I'm going to go back and actually wrap the can and get it all secured. So here's the zip dry. So you'll see here I'm going to add that dot of glue just to, I just need it to stay in place. So that's the only reason I did that. You can opt not to even have the glue touch the can if you don't want to. But we're going to go ahead and just dot again and then fold it over. I do have to hold this for about, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 seconds. It is really thick cardstock, so I added a little bit of extra adhesive, and you see we're going to go ahead and add a little bit more to the other side and fold it over. Again, I did have to hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds, and then it's going to stay intact, and then we're going to work on the next part. So now we are going to grab the paper that's going to actually go on the lid of the Pringles can, and I'm just going to use scissors. I didn't have a circle punch big enough for this part, so I'm just going to use scissors and trim it out. It's not a big deal at all. This circle is 3.1 inches if you wanted to know that, and these are just peace signs. These did come in the kit with the rest of the cardstock or printable scrapbook paper. So the scallop circle has little tabs, and we do need this to stand up on top of the Pringles can. So what I'm going to do is slice, but before that I just wanted to cut over to Design Space to show you how I created the little scallop base. So I just grabbed a scallop, upload the image, and then I am going to size it. I think we go down to 3 inches, I believe, and then I just go over and grab a shape. We're going to grab a square. This is how we make our tab. I'm just going to size it. I do want it kind of wide because this little scallop is wide. We're going to get it where we want the square, and then we're just going to select both images, and we're just going to combine them and unite, and that makes just one image. And then what you're going to do now is you're just going to go over, duplicate the image, and then we're going to flip it vertical. And so then you have these look like trees now, one tree on top of the other. We're going to touch them slightly. Again, we're going to highlight them, and then we're going to align them because we want them centered perfectly. And then you're going to unite one more time, and then you have one image. This is our scallop that's going to hold the peace sign. And then I just wanted to show you guys the peace sign. I just grabbed it. It's an SVG. I'm going to take it down, I think, to 2.25 inches. And then we're simply just going to add an offset that's going to give us our purple layer. And I'm going to color code everything so you guys can kind of see what it's going to look like. So here's the oh, I'm measuring again, but here's the offset. Just kind of get it where I want it. I'm just going to eyeball it, select apply, and there's your offset. I'm going to change it to purple so you can see, and then layer it on top of the scallop, and this is how it should look on the top of our Pringles can. Okay, so let's get back to our project. So what we're going to do now, see, I'm just kind of laying the little tab on there using my X-Acto knife, and I'm just going to cut a slit, and I'm going to end up cutting it just to be a little bit wide because the glitter cardstock is very thick. So let's go ahead and adhere the peace sign to the scallop topper. And then you're just going to simply insert the scallop piece into those slots. Bend each side and simply adhere with adhesive. Next step is to add adhesive to the bottom of the circle cardstock. We're going to take this piece and we're going to adhere it directly to the plastic top of the Pringles can. While that dries, we're going to work on the personalization for this topper. So this is a treat to be given out as like a favor at a party. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can actually see. I'm just going to use the adhesive and I'm just going to layer everything. The name I'm using is Julia. I did notice when I was taking photos of everything that this paper doesn't really show well. So I'm going to use this pattern paper here, but in the photo I am going to use blue cardstock so you can see her name a lot better. All right, that is all done. And so the last thing we need to do is figure out where we're going to put this name. You could put it on the front of the can or you could put it on the topper. I really wasn't sure where it should go, but we do decide that it should be on top of the peace sign. It looks really cute sitting right there. So all I'm going to do is grab the adhesive, put a huge dot right in the middle, and then add the name. That glitter cardstock is pretty thick, and since it's the double layer, it's going to hold onto that cardstock pretty well. It doesn't bend side to side, it does stay straight up. So the last thing to do is just add this topper onto the can and you have a party favor. I do like pulling that little tab so that red doesn't show, but look how cute this is. I think this is perfect for like a 70s party. Thank you so much for being here. Be sure to subscribe to the Beacon channel for more creative ideas. Have a great day. Bye.